folks, welcome back to my channel. Right, this video is for the friendship collaboration. It's the fibromyalgia collaboration. There's a few of us that have got together and just decided to do fibromyalgia collaboration. So anyway, right, I'm going to start with using this Curepro from Apex Resin. Oh dear, sorry. Every time I start a video. So I've got a big chunky Curepro in here, and I'm just going to start adding water. So yeah, I got diagnosed with fibromyalgia when I was 26. And for me, to be honest, that time in my life was really difficult. When I was diagnosed with it, I was in oh god, so much pain, so much pain. And I got put on so many painkillers. I was put on gabapentin, and then I was put on pregabalin and tramadol. And oh my god, like the maximum dose of tramadol and the maximum dose of pregabalin, I just was not with it at all. Like, I cringe now when I hear videos or whatever of me talking away back then. Oh my god, if you'd heard me, honestly, I was so out of it on drugs. Well, painkillers, no actual drugs. Well, I suppose they are drugs, but you know what I mean, painkillers. And I would fall asleep with boiling hot cups of tea in my hand and spill it all over me. I was just a mess. But I didn't realise, because I was taking the painkillers and I thought that this was what I was meant to do, and I was just going along with whatever the GP said. Then I started going to the pain clinic and I got different medication and went through loads of different medications. I had a lot of trauma in my life when I was younger. A lot. A very lot. So no doubt that's where it came from. But I never dealt with any of it, so I think a lot of that, I think I was just, because it was all my life, I was just used to it. I was just used to stuff, to be honest, where I shouldn't have been, but I was. So yeah, being on, it's only been the past, God, I had my heart surgery 11 years ago, so I would say it's been the past 6 years. I've been feeling better and feeling better and feeling better, and I think I've learned to not hold on to stuff. I used to hold on to so much stuff, where I've realised now that wasn't doing my body any good at all. Neither were the painkillers. So it took me diagnosed when I was 26. I'm now 49, so it took me 23 years. Well, maybe 20 years. Past 3 years I've been really good, and I think I'm going to need some more than that, so I'll just get some more powder. Yeah, the past 3 years I've been really good. I think partly because my heart wasn't working properly, and then I got that fixed, and partly no holding on to everything that was holding on to. I found my mum dead in 2010 unexpectedly, and was forced to do CPR on her, even although she was well past that, as rigor mortis had kicked in. And I tried to tell the ambulance crew that, but they were like, no, you must do CPR. So I ended up with bad PTSD for that. But when I went for therapy, they says that I've had continuous PTSD over and over and over again since I was a child, which I don't disagree with them, to be honest. So I think all of that has had a big contribution towards having fibromyalgia. And I think letting go of a lot of stuff, and I've actually come off all the painkillers now, every painkiller that they had me on, because the last time I was at the pain clinic, they were like, we suggest that you go to a cannabis clinic. There's plenty in Scotland. We suggest that you go there because there's absolutely nothing else, because I had been through every drug that they could offer. My last drug was called Pentadol. And another thing, I was thinking, I'm getting older now, I want to think of my organs. I don't want to damage my organs. So I wanted to come off the painkillers. That was my main reason for coming off the painkillers. It wasn't because I wasn't sore, I wasn't in any pain, blah, blah, blah. It was just because I wanted to look after my organs, to be honest. As you get older, you think more about these things. I think when you're younger, you just take what they're giving you and that's it. So I haven't been to a cannabis clinic yet. And I will emphasise the word yet because I think I need to. Maybe just to ease some of the days that are bad, because I didn't want to stay on painkillers anymore. So I think that's the route I'm going to go on. But because since I've been off the painkillers and I'm just managing it myself, I feel so much better. So me telling you this is just in hope that if any yous, or maybe you've only been diagnosed lately or maybe just a few years ago, you can do what you want, but my advice would be to go down the road to taking all the painkillers. You are only going to, in the end, damage your organs and probably shorten your life, to be honest, which is what I didn't want to do. Right, this is this mix now. So I thought I would just tell you a bit about that while I was mixing that up, and hope that maybe that's some good information for somebody, or maybe it helps somebody out understand why they are the way they are. Or if you've got any questions, please do put them in the comments, or if you want to email me, if you do want to put it in the comments so that it's public, you feel free to email me, drop me a message, whatever. Believe me, I've looked into so much because I've had it for so long. So yeah, like I say, if you want any help, if you would like some information or whatever, just give me a shout and I will do my best to help you, or give you information that I have, that I've been through, etc. I think I maybe just need to add a touch more water to that. I just want bubbles around the geode edge. Yeah, so I do want to go on about me for the whole of this video. I just wanted to give you a brief bit of me having fibro, and trauma is a big reason why you could have it. Right, so I'm just going to pour this in now. So yeah, I'm just making a tray. I've printed out some stuff for to go on it. Just got to stop there and give the mould a bit of a tap and a flick. And a shimmy. A lot of people don't understand it. A lot of people still think that it's not a real thing. Believe me, it's real. But even like back then, it was 26 years ago. It was quite hard for people would always be like, what's that? What's that? I've never heard of that. Bloody bloody blah. I'm just going round to the edge with a silicone tool just to release any bubbles if there is any there. So it is a little bit on the thick side. Right. But yeah, if there is anyone that's would like any information from me, just hit me up. I'm willing to help anyone get where they need to be. And yes, cannabis is legal for medical reasons. But you do need to have a card, etc. Same for driving with it and stuff. I think as long as you've got your card, it's okay. But you can't be totally wasted, obviously. But I think if it's still in your system, you won't get charged. Whereas you will if you don't have one of the prescription cards. So yeah, I haven't got mine yet, but I keep saying I'm got to do it, I'm got to do it, I'm got to do it, and I've just never got round to it, to be honest. Not for any other reason than I just haven't got round to it. I'm just making sure that this has had a good tap all the way around. This is so white compared to the older stuff that I used to work with. I've made their EcoPore really white, which is great. The only thing is you do need to pay for your prescription. It's not on the NHS yet. And I do emphasise the word yet because the pain team says it will be, but it's going to take time. I'm not sure about the laws in England regarding that. But that's the Scottish. That is for Scotland. And I would rather have something natural than all the painkillers wrecking my organs inside. That's just my opinion. You might not be interested in that. You might not think that that's viable for you. That's not what you want to be. If you want to take painkillers, that's fine. That's up to you. But like I say, for me, I'm edging on the side of I want my organs to stay as healthy as I can. Right. Right, I'm just going to let that cure, so I will come back to you once this is cured and we'll go on to the next step. Bye for now. Hey folks, right, I'm back with this. It's all cured, so we'll get out this mould, which is totally so simple. Just going to set this up on a couple of cups and let it dry properly before I do anything else with it. But yeah, it's looking great. A couple of wee tiny wee bubble just there and there, but I'll be able to just go over that with a file and then you'll never see it. So yeah, I'm going to set this up on some cuts to the side so that I've got somewhere workspace to do something else. And cut out my wording and stuff that I need for the tray, so that's perfect. Right, so hey folks, right, I'm back. Right, so I'm just sticking on some of my vinyl. Right there. Right folks, I'm back with this. So I've cut this out on my Cricut. And go about there. Well, it's there now. So that's where it's going. Yeah, so I just looked up on Cricut Design Space for fibro. I just typed in fibromyalgia, to be honest, and this was one of the images that came up that I really liked. So I thought we'll go with that one then. So that's that down. Stick this transfer tape back. That's the wrong thing I'm sticking it to. Oh dear. Right, now, hang on a second, where did I put it? That's up here. Right, I'll be back in a second. I've just got to got to weed this next. Right, I'm back. So I've cut out the word fibromyalgia, and I'm just going to place this. I think that's the only place that I can get to fit in all the letters. It's going to have to be there. Perfect. Right, so this is it so far. I do have some butterflies here, but these ones are too big. But I have these smaller ones. Yeah, these are all too big. But I have these ones that I could cut out off of this. And I also have these tiny ones. I think they're too wee. I don't want it to be too busy, but let me cut some of these out. Hey folks, right, I'm back with this, and I've decided to put these two butterflies like here and here. There. Just give it a rub on. There we go, one. And this one. Right, now I am toying with the idea of taking this holographic butterfly and putting it over the top of this, just to give it a bit of shine on one of the butterflies. What do you think? Just on the one, not on any of the rest of them. Yeah, I'm going to do that. Just got to trim it up, trim around the edges and stuff, so I'll be back in a second. Just been talking to myself. I did kind of have caught me putting that butterfly on because I've just been talking to myself and realised that it wasn't recording. So there's that holographic butterfly over the top of that purple butterfly. That butterfly, fibromyalgia written at the bottom, and the saying is, just because I carry it well doesn't mean it isn't heavy. The amount of people are like, you don't look like you've got anything wrong with you. They reckon half of it, do they? Right, so I'm going to do with this is put a resin top coat on it to protect it. So I will come back to you once I've mixed up some resin and stuff. Catch you then. Hey folks, right, I'm back with the fibromyalgia project. So I'm going to put in, I've got some clear Curepro resin here from Apex Resin, code resin rebel for 15% off, and I'm going to use some of the sparkle white from Petra Youngblood. I'm just going to use a tiny wee bit, because I don't want it to take over, and it can do. But yeah, just want a tiny wee bit in here, just to get just a tiny wee sparkle. Right. So yeah, this is the Curepro resin from Apex Resin. Looking forward to seeing everyone's videos. See what they've done for theirs. Sorry, I'm not doing much talking, I'm concentrating. Concentrating and talking is not really my bag. I usually go silent when I concentrate. Yeah, this resin's perfect for top coats. It is actually a top coating resin, so it was made for. But you can do so much more with it. I have done, loads of other people have as well. So just because it says it's a top coat doesn't necessarily mean that that's all you have to use it for. But it's great for a top coat because it'll cure without any immune blush. Whether your room is warm or cold, temperature doesn't matter for this resin. Where we always struggled before, temperature was always an issue. So that's why they came up with this resin, because they knew that it was an issue. And that's what we need. Companies that's coming up with stuff that, oh sorry, I can't see where I am. Companies that's coming up with stuff that we need, or solving problems that, or issues that we have. I swear by Apex Resin, always have done, and always will do. Right, now, that's my top coat done, but you need to look across your top coat from all sides, because if there's not enough resin on, you will get dimples, or fish eyes as some people call them. I'm going to give this a quick torch, and then I'll see where we are. Have a look at it again. So this is it here. I'll come back to you tomorrow once this is cured, so I can pick it up and show you, and that you can see in better light. Right, so I will catch you tomorrow for the final reveal. Hey folks. Right, so here's the finished piece. Flawless top coat. I love it. Just because I carry it well doesn't mean it isn't heavy. Well, I hope you liked that, folks. I absolutely love it. Love the addition of the butterfly that I put on top of the vinyl as well. And you can see sparkle in the purple. You can see the sparkle everywhere, but more so on the purple bits, obviously. But yeah, it's really pretty. Let me know what you think. Thanks for hosting this collaboration. I think it was Gert and Tina. So thank you, and I will catch you on the next one. Thanks for watching, folks. Bye for now.